Good morning, my Olympia faithful. Welcome back. It's been a long offseason, but we're here to discuss the depth chart going into Season 3 as we watch over some footage from our final practice before our game 1 against Toledo, of course. Let's go ahead and start with the backfield. So, starting at quarterback will be Tyler Hunt this season. He's no longer going to be sharing time, at least from what I've heard. He's looked super impressive in spring. Also joining him in the backfield will be Bold Bo Johnson, who will be splitting some snaps with Clinton Crenshaw, a valuable asset, and fan favorite fullback Tosi Mensah, who did take that nasty injury to end his first season of college football. He'll be back and hopefully healthier than ever. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other members of our offense, the wide receiving core, including our tight ends. First of all, Deion Hurd is taking over the number 1 wide receiver spot yet again. He earned it in practice. He's pulling down tons of jump balls, and joining him is Lance Roach, who is looking to have a bit of a better year in his junior year after a sophomore slump. Lee House, the freshman, the teammate of Darius McIntyre, will also be in the wide receiving core, followed by Zeke Roberts and Braxton Hayes. Now taking a look at the offensive line, at left tackle it's going to be Jason Edwards, followed by left guard Darius Robbins. A lot of newbies on this offensive line here. Center David Golden will finally be making his start, with right guard Wayne Ward and right tackle Jason Clemens. Some really highly touted recruits coming into this offensive line here. We'll see if they can make an impact on this team, as the offensive line has definitely been a weak point for the past few years on this Olympia program. Looking over at the defensive side of the ball, on the line we're going to have left end Dylan Winters. Sorry, that's the right end I'm actually looking at. Left end is going to be Bob Boone. And defensive tackle, of course, we know is Prince Lofa, who going into his junior year is looking like maybe being our best bet at having a pro prospect. Followed by, of course, right end Dylan Winters, who is a sophomore now and wreaked havoc in year 1 at Olympia. Let's move on over to the linebacking core. Starting at left outside linebacker is freshman John Schweiss, followed by the now junior Dusty Hale as our starting middle linebacker, flanked by Kevin Harrison, our second middle linebacker, as we're going to be running a bit of a 3-4 look, followed by, finally, our right outside linebacker, Elton Chavez, who started to show up towards the end of the year 2 just a little bit. Going a little bit deeper into our defensive pool here, we're going to take a look at the defensive secondary, and starting at quarterback number 1, freshman, and all freshman cornerback rotation, Byron Handy. He's a lockdown defender, a man guy, and he's going to hopefully shut down some corners wide receivers this season. Quarterback 2 is the brother of Timothy Clay, that is Tanner Clay, a surefire tackler. Flanked finally by cornerback 3, the nickel corner, Brett Kraft, a bit of a crafty guy that can pick the ball and take it back for the end zone. At free safety we have Roy Bolden, and at strong safety we have Bradley Garrett. And then finally our special teams, which is going to be Mike Harris at kicker, another freshman on this squad. And last but not least, that's actually our backup quarterback this year, Atari Mason, who will be doing most of the punting duties. We'll see if he gets any time in at quarterback. I wouldn't be too surprised to see him there. But again, majority of the snaps will be going to Tyler Hunt. And that about wraps up our depth chart for the year. Obviously, there may be guys that rotate in and out, maybe some red shirts burned depending on injuries and poor play, but this is the intended roster going into Game 1. And again, Game 1 is against Toledo, and will be coming soon, as we will be playing them soon, and I will have that footage up and recorded. As for now, that is going to be it on this final webisode of the offseason. Again, it's been a long offseason, and for that, I apologize. We've tried to get content out, but thanks for keeping with us, and keep with us a little bit longer.